super apologize to those guys. Welcome. Sorry we're late. We were actually just way too hard at our own jokes before the show. So I apologize. It's Monday, folks. It's not Monday. Look, I'll do your deal. I won't play the intros. There's people already in our live chat. So I won't even do your 1 minute. Save you the 1 minute of the intro. It's Monday. Society and culture that you don't sound like an idiot. All weekend long at the barbecue, give me someone else who's someone else that's babies and domestic violence. Join with me today, as always, police officer and comedian.
How you doing?
What's always
Say the real.
I'm gonna say it. That's what you did.
Why
did
I say
white? Because you're white. Because it's your
Again. Why you gotta say my last name?
Okay, so white people usually say like, hey, this is my friend. Or is it Frank? It's our friend.
It's my friend.
That's how
You give me a name.
No, I'm just like this.
White person.
But you come to my
No, the feds out there watching.
And I'm also joined by singer, actress, lesbian, Margaret. I'm not gonna say her last name. It's gonna be a long time. Never do anything. Listen, maybe in 2024, it's we're truly oppressed. I feel like I can't say anything. I'm always wrong.
Go straight to it. The mic. You let it talk on the mic. Talk on the big black mic. I'm learning.
Don't look at me in the eye like something different.
It's not the night. February 14th. Candies around. Can you do it any louder?
I mean, it ain't no loud untrusted.
Yeah. I'm like the pastor, and I'm like, Don, you done?
He was in church. That don't come in around.
Never hear you. Why don't you just hold this? Is it too wet? Just pull it up. Yeah. No, you're good. Yeah, go people in chat. Say hello every day. You can't understand who's saying. You guys sound like Kanye turns. Okay, we're gonna have to. What you want to do? We're doing right now. Let's see. Testing. Can you hear everybody now? Tell me in the chat. Tell me in the chat.
We just said some good shit last 5 minutes.
Everybody's computers. Yeah. Everybody's computers. Is it really that bad? Before you dive in, let me know. Did you sound like Kanye? Do you still sound bad? It's still bad. What's bad? Let's see. We don't have a last data. We don't have backing on. Let's see. Audio.
I don't know. Does that sound any better? Oh, it sounds like you all got tracheotomies. What in the world is going on here? All right.
It's also an echo. Somebody said perfect. Somebody said perfect. Yes.
Let's see here. No, I don't think it's better.
Says they are delayed. You got it.
Hold on, let's do hang on. I super apologize. We'll edit all this out, I think. Let's see here. Sound settings. We'll figure this out. All right, how about that now? We're normal now, she says? We're normal now? Okay, all right. Well, hey, listen, if something goes bad in the chats again, let us know in the chats. We've got a good show for you guys today. I apologize to all you audio listeners out there. Listen, we got a guy, first nitrogen gas execution going on in Alabama. We've got Eminem and the NFC championship game causing some drama.
He's from 9 Mile. He's from Detroit, so I'm pretty sure he was cheering for his home team. You know, everybody talk shit about my Dallas Cowboys. Oh, y'all haven't. But at least, hey, look, in our franchise, we have been to the Super Bowl 8 times, and we won 5 out of 8. Detroit, never been. So therefore, yeah, I could see why he's happy and doing what he did.
We'll get into it. We'll get into it. We've got some disgusting, quote unquote, Taylor Swift AI nudes flying around the Twitter and the X's, and now the White House is getting involved, trying to come up with a solution to this. I don't know what's going on there, but we'll dive into it. And then we have a special science story that you wanted to talk about, Margaret, about why do your fingers get pruny after they've been in the water too long. So we'll talk all about it. But first, today's show is brought to you by the
same thing about his penis.
Yeah.
And it's the same solution. The same thing for the hands. It's gonna be the same thing for that. Yeah.
What?
Oh, well, I can't wait to talk about it now.
Hey, like, we'll be back in 5 minutes. Take a 5-minute intermission.
Oh, today's show is brought to you by ghostbed.com/Wolfpack. Sleep so good it's scary. And we also got Factor Meals, meal planning to the next level. Listen, Jay, you're up on that Factor Meals now, aren't you?
Man, mine won't come until the
Thursday.
5th.
Oh, the 5th?
On Monday.
Okay, that's when you got to start on. You start getting yours on Monday. Well, we love Factor Meals. It's meal planning to the next level. If you're not down on them Factor Meals, everybody, Hamidi just sent the Terrace Whisperer. He's up on those Factor Meals. My brother's up on them Factor Meals. Oh, everybody. Conservative Anthony's on those Factor Meals. Right now, meal planning to the next level. Chef prepared, fresh and never frozen meals delivered right to your door. All you gotta do is pop them in the microwave for 2 minutes, and these aren't these like grocery store microwave meals. These are very fresh. You can tell that the ingredients are super fresh and really nice. Look at they present very well. Don't look like a peasant at your first responder station at your firehouse. Eat like a real classy man, like a real classy king or queen. Get you a Factor Meals right now. If you go to factormeals.com/Wolfpack50, get you 50% off on that first order. So head over there to Factor Meals. Whether you're trying to lose weight, they got calorie conscious. Whether you're trying to gain weight, they got the protein heavy. Whether you're vegetarian, vegan, they got like 300 menu options for you to choose from. Yeah, they got the keto. They got the keto on there. They got it all. They got the diabetes menu on there. So if you got the diabetes, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Do they have that?
But they have, they sell protein shake.
Yeah, they do.
They have shakes.
Yeah, they got the breakfast smoothies. Yeah, I love those things, man. Right now, so head over there and then ghostbed.com/Wolfpack. The Valentine's Day is right around the corner. Get you a Sleep So Good It's Scary. Get your partner the gift that keeps on giving and giving and giving, and that's not an STD. It's the gift of a good night's sleep. Yeah, Margaret, don't give them STDs. Give them a ghost bed pillow. Give them the cooling sheets. Give them the adjustable base with the zero gravity and the massage. All this stuff, all the things. We love Ghost Bed. Head over to ghostbed.com. They get the Serena Williams, the Venus Williams. I don't know which one's the tennis player. Both of them. Oh, well, then they got the Venus and Serena Williams. Yeah. See, they got the twin beds. Is that over there? Yeah, they got all the beds. They got the healing technology in them and everything. But anyway, let's dive into today's top society and culture news. First on the docket tonight, we got the first gas execution happening in Alabama. Par for course for Alabama, but what did you think about the first nitrogen gas execution? Are you well? First, let's start it this way. I'll dive into the story in here in just a second. Okay, well, I'll just dive into the story right now, and then we'll go into it. Listen, for those of you who don't know, who live under a rock, which is most of you first responders, listen, Alabama Attorney General said Friday that nitrogen gas is now a proven method of execution, that he believes more such executions will follow after the first one in the United States was just carried out. Inmate Kenneth Smith, 58, was pronounced dead 9:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Thursday at the William C. Holman Correctional Facility in Altmore, Alabama, about 120 miles southwest of Montgomery. After the U.S. Supreme Court rejected a last-minute effort to hold the execution, what occurred last night was textbook, Attorney General Steve Marshall said during Friday's press conference, and now I suspect that many states will follow. As of last night, nitrogen hypoxia as means of execution is no longer an untested method. It is a proven one. It is the method that Kenneth Smith ultimately chose and died by. First, before we get into the story and breaking it all down, what's your opinion? What's your opinions on the old death penalty?
I do not believe in it.
Really?
I believe in it.
Well, we'll start with you, Margaret, since you're up and next to the mic. And you're against it. Why are you against the death penalty?
I don't. Well, the Bible says do not kill, but even if it didn't say it, I would say not to kill.
Oh.
Somebody said, well, what if it was one of your family members? My point of view is if they want to give them the death penalty, that's on them. But as far as me going, oh, kill him, I'm not gonna say that. No matter what it is, I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna say.
So you're not a killer.
No, I'm gonna defend myself now, but I ain't no.
But you ain't gonna defend you wouldn't kill for your children?
Okay, so when I took a concealed weapons class, and it told me to write down who I would shoot my gun for, and I wrote it down, and they said when you finish, you're gonna mark some people off, and they was like, do any of them have a hot temper? And so I marked a lot of people off. So a lot of people depends on what they're doing.
All right, let's just say this. Like, let's get gross with it. Not gross, but let's get like evil with it. Somebody commits an evil act on your child. You ain't wishing death upon them?
No.
What?
No, that has never happened. But I'm saying I don't. I would. Well,
I mean, I get it. I mean, there's people out there. There's people out there that believe that.
Let's just say, okay,
I couldn't do it.
Hypothetically,
all right,
your child was murdered in a most gruesome way, and you know it was painful. They suffered and all that stuff. This guy or girl gets caught. You can't physically touch him. You can't get to him. Because you know they've been locked up, whatever. And on the day of after the whole testimony, everything, and when it come time they want the judge, because they're gonna give that parent an opportunity to speak in open court to the defendant and everything, to say your piece, and everything. Because you basically talking for the victim, what this crime, what this heinous act done to you and your family. All right. You mean to sit there and tell me you don't want the most harsh crime, 20 to life. He living life. You actually, taxpayers, your money, you still gonna be paying for him to live in prison. He probably gonna go to prison, get 3 hots and a cot, get to watch cable TV. He gonna have a Facebook page, checking all that stuff, cell phone, still taking selfies.
Wait, so
you're alive. He's alive. Right. But you mean to tell me you're not gonna want? Okay, I want the death penalty. An eye for an eye. You know what I'm saying? Right. You took my daughter's life. She could be here having me some grandkids. She could be here living her life. But you took her life and you did it in the most horrible way. I want him to go. And then he ain't got to go horribly. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck that. Why not? Like, why do we care? Why do we care how that bitch goes?
Okay. So my answer to that is this. I thought it was close enough. My answer to that is this. If the lawyer or whoever suggested that, that's on them. I'm not going to say.
But are you against them? Are you against them killing him?
I wouldn't. If they did it, that's on them. I'm not going to tell them to do it, but I'm not going to.
No, but I'm saying like you got to go to the voting panels, and you got to vote on not the one person, but just in general. Are you voting yes to a death penalty that you think it should exist, or are you voting no, the death penalty should not exist?
I would vote no.
You don't think the death penalty should exist?
No. Now, the day when you say they're on trial, I get to say something. I'm not going to tell you that I will not jump in and try to beat the brakes off of them, and they might die in the process. But I'm not going to tell them no.
You're going to grab his hand and pray for him.
No, I'm not. And I'm not going to give them a Bible like the lady did. No, I know somebody actually done that. They jumped up and tried to beat the person. They spent like maybe 3 days in jail.
Well, I mean,
because I might snap or whatever. But as far as me saying, yeah, kill him, no.
I'm not saying you have to say, yeah, kill him. I'm saying, do you vote?
No.
Across the board.
It's
Yeah.
no.
So you vote no.
And
So somebody like me, if somebody rapes my child
Mhm.
and murders them, or doesn't even murder them, just rapes my child, I don't get to have the right to have them executed.
Okay. But this is what I'm looking at. What about the people that have been executed that didn't do nothing?
That's not. That's a totally different.
But you don't know. You don't,
but
you don't
that's
know.
a different story. So like that's not on. That's not that. That's on the justice system.
I'm saying, but you wouldn't know. Like somebody say, this is the guy we found. The guy that did
I
whatever.
mean, it's
and
happened.
You don't know, right?
It's happened. But I mean, like,
But then again, that goes into a little bit further in the story. This dude did this back in 1988, and he just now getting executed in 2024, last Friday. 30 some years.
Yeah, 36 years, 35 years.
He's been wearing out the system on appeals and stuff. 36 years. That person family taxes have been paying to keep this guy alive and doing this.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe they should stop the taxes on that family. I ain't trying to be funny. I'm just saying if that's the case, but 30 something years, there's been people that been in prison for 20 years or more to find out they didn't even do it. So what if they would have killed him back then to find out that?
Right. But I mean, I think like that's where you have to just kind of like, you know, nothing's ever going to be perfect.
Right.
Right. Nothing's ever going to be perfect.
My answer is no.
What about you, Jay?
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. Me too.
I'll audition to.
I'll fucking do it.
I'll audition to pull the gas chamber.
What if you found out?
Or anything?
What if you found out later that they didn't? The person that you said you wanted to execute it. What if you found out that they proved that they did not? They weren't even in the area. You wouldn't care?
I mean, I think that the chances of that happening are so far beyond.
But people but
it happens. It happens.
So rarely.
Back in the day.
Yeah, not so much now.
Yeah, back in the day because the DNA wasn't readily available, the testing and all that stuff that they do now.
Right.
But back, in the 70s, 60s, 70s, I say the 70s, probably early 80s, on back, they didn't have the technology and the stuff that they have today to
and so you got
prove.
Am I close enough? You got people that are in prison or that been in prison back then, still in prison, and people are pulling out cases or whatever and going over them and finding out DNA that they did not. I think it was I know we talking about this, but the guys that were about the park, whatever. Oh, they didn't do it. And it was the one I think it was in Goldsboro where lady pointed out the guy in court and said he the one that he shot in the eye, and it won't even him. My mom went.
Well, I mean, we know several people like that are.
Yeah, but my thing is, I'm like
Daniel Holtzclaw sitting in prison for something that he didn't do.
If they did it, if they did it without a shadow of a doubt,
like you saw him do it.
I mean, even if I didn't see him, if the court, if he went through his whole lengthy trial and then 20 daggone years of appeals and all that, and if they still haven't found evidence or whatever, hey, it's time to go, but
yeah, I mean, I think beyond reasonable of a doubt is a thing. And like in this case where they just executed this guy, like it's a pretty slam dunk case. For those of you who don't know the case of what Mr. Smith did, let me read it to you. Which this is a bizarre case, by the way. And again, you're like you said, it happened in 1988. But former sheriffs, this is an article coming from Alabama.com, AL.com. Former sheriff recalls woman's horrific murder for hire by pastor as Alabama prepares for the execution. Ronnie May remembers the horrific scene on March 18th, 1988, when he responded to a call from Charles Sennett, a Church of Christ pastor in Sheffield. Sennett claimed he found his wife, Elizabeth Sennett, dead in their home on Coon Dog Cemetery Road in Colbert County. Listen, I didn't write that. I didn't name the name of the road. Like they're about to freaking punch me for being racist over here. She had been stabbed and beaten with a fireplace implement, and what the investigators would soon conclude was a murder for hire paid for by the pastor and staged to look like a home invasion or a burglary.
That's crazy.
Oh my God. Are they saying that the
80 years old.
Why not just divorce somebody?
Hold on, they're saying the audio's jacked up again. God damn it. Whoops, I probably shouldn't have said that, should I?
Yep, it ain't gonna work no more.
All right, so hopefully that fixed it. One day we'll get producers in here and we'll have producers for every single show to make sure that it's not not messed up. Somebody in the chat says it's fine though. Everybody in the chat says it's fine. All right, well, maybe
Yeah,
it's
I read
fine.
something,
Maybe
somebody said, new question. Should
yeah.
someone sit on death row for more than 3 years? Hell no. That's what I've said. He's been on death row 30 some years, over 30. He done exhausted all those appeals 30 years later. I mean, he could have developed diabetes, high cholesterol, blood pressure, gout. I mean, and they gonna take care of him, keep him alive, just so they can execute him. That's too daggone long.
I think like
this
there
motherfucker
should
got
be
Medicaid and Medicare up in there.
like maybe they should
Part
do
A and B.
Yeah, and the drug plan.
and
And the
AARP
supplement that pays for the light bill and stuff.
Right.
and the weight loss treatments,
Get everything.
trans treatments.
You know what?
They pay for their trans treatments.
What? You know what? Hey,
Hey,
wouldn't that be something? If they ass in prison, they decide they want to change their sex, and we had to pay for it.
Another pill because they want the heat.
I want to die, girl. I
So-
can hear it saying that.
I'd say that like I think there should be like tiers of it, like first degree murder, second degree murder. Like they should have like first degree death penalty, and that's like you get 3 years and then you're out.
Yeah.
You Audi 500. If you're like first degree, that means that they know you fucking did it. There's no chance you didn't do it.
They should die how they killed somebody.
Man, wouldn't that be awesome?
If they daggone it, cut their throat, cut their
But they be like,
motherfucking throat.
yeah, bring it on. Some of them don't care. Some people don't care.
Damn it, Shay. I would volunteer to be one of the executioners. I lied to you not.
How do they choose people to be executioners? Do you try out for it?
I think the officer.
Like if you're on the firing squad, yeah, it's like whoever scored 100 on the firing squad.
Right. What's your score?
Oh.
Let me look at that. Be sitting there looking at their resume. Oh shit, he was an expert in the army. Oh shit. Oh
What was the
shit.
guy on the what was it? The Green Mile.
Yeah.
He supposed to wet the sponge, but he didn't.
Yeah, that was
yeah,
based
that
off
was
a true story. And
evil-
that kid, they just
That was
kind of proved that
old
that kid
school, too.
may not have done it either.
That was old
Yeah.
school, yeah. That was
Somebody
old.
Armory Knight says, personally, I say they should sit in there for 3 appeals minimum, and then it's over. Kind of like 3 strikes, you're out. Yeah, I mean, I'm fair with that. I don't think there's lots of different rules, but I'm 100% pro.
Yeah.
Execution system. I think they get it right way more often than they get it wrong. And
I mean, my thing as if I was the victim's family, if he had a heartfelt apology, I'd be like, okay,
What?
I would be
Yeah,
like,
I don't
no.
really
kiss my ass.
No, here's my thing.
Well, I don't need your
Here's my
fucking
thing.
apology.
No.
I laugh.
No. But see, no, I would, if he's sincere, he's done had a little time to think about what he's done. I'd rather for him to sit there and cry because I know his ass is about to fry.
Okay.
He can cry, but his ass still gonna fry. But it would piss me off if I know we're gonna execute his ass. He's sitting there laughing. Yeah, I killed your family, but that would probably drive me to get locked up because I'm gonna find my way to get over there on his ass. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right. I'm gonna be mad. I would rather for them to be like, you know what, and like I said, maybe it depends on the circumstance because they say to get in heaven, you got to be forgiven. You have to forgive him. You ain't got to forget what he did, what he's done, but you have to forgive them so you can live your life.
Yeah, once he's dead, he's forgiven.
I mean,
Well, see you later, bud.
Yeah.
John, he says he worked in the state penitentiary. That he said you had to volunteer, but usually the SWAT guys got the job. That makes sense. Give it to the SWAT boys. They get to have all the fun anyway. They're getting all the crying and frying cupcakes and Cameo says. And she also says, no, F the apologies. Yeah, I agree. Tyler S says, so if rape and murder kids still get appeals, question mark. I don't know. Yeah, he says he likes they need tears. Yeah, I think if they know beyond a doubt that you did it and it like meets all the criteria of like a heinous crime, bam, you get like fucking 3 years max, you're out. If no, there wasn't witnesses and there's just a confession, maybe they give you 5 years. If there's no witnesses and no confession, then maybe they give you 20 years to appeal it just to make sure that you did it. But I mean, at the end of the day, dude, like,
I mean, that's what I was saying. If they did it, everything exhausted, they know their ass getting the chair.
Here's the thing: you start frying people, other people get the note and they stop killing people. Because then you're like, dude, if you're scared, you're like, it's like, those kids that are going by and like hitting dudes with cars just to be funny, or, doing drive-bys and stuff. They started executing a couple of those folks.
See, think about it. It's not like driving a car. See, people can get drunk, have a DWI, and ask get out, don't have no license. They revoke their license for a year or whatever. They might can get it back, get the paper, saying, hey, I can drive to and from work. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers are still gonna go out there and drink, and they're gonna get behind the wheel again. And they're gonna get another DWI. And then only thing is, when that officer get them, where's your license? And then after that, oh shit, no wonder you can't give me your license, because we already got them. You know what I'm saying? So there he is going with a second DWI. It's different. Your ass killed somebody, oh, you gone.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be no second time. We ain't gonna let you go, let you walk. Your ass.
I mean, I'll tell you right now, you kill my family and you're drunk driving. I'm sorry, but I'm going to kill you.
There was a man in Johnson County that I think some kind of way it was a drunk driver, and he hit these people, and I think it killed the daughter, and before the ambulance got there, the father was beating the man in the truck.
Good.
I think I could do that.
I actually know that guy. It's fine. It's a very sad story. And he's going to prison, and then I mean, I can't really talk about it because I'm really close to the guy. I know him really well. And I know his ex-wife really well too. That that was a sad moment. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, if that would have been my kids, I'm sorry to say it, but I would have killed. If he's listening to the show, which he might, because he does listen to the show. He has so many things for. But right now he's out on what, post release or something like that. But he's going back. He's going to prison. He's going to like big prison, in August and everything. But if it would have been my children, I would have killed you. You would be no more. That's just my rule. I've already implemented that into my brain. So, fuck with my kids.
You can't mess with my kid. My kid,
you ain't gonna worry about it.
That's my seed.
So when my kids were younger, like maybe 5 or 6 years old, but they knew better. If I say don't do something, I ain't gonna call it a fear, but cats and dogs. Yeah. So I would tell them, come on, because if a dog get to chasing us, I'm sorry. I ain't trying to be funny. Yeah.
You will leave your kids behind?
Yes.
If they Margaret,
if
no.
I told you, I'm saying if they do. Now, if they're babies, I'm gonna try to say my baby, but I'm saying if you're old enough to
Margaret, what?
That's how bad
but
it is.
They might not be as fast as you.
Which if I said don't get out the car, don't come out of the house, and you came out anyway, and the dog get to running, I'm sorry. That's how I feel back then. Now you grown, I'm definitely gone. Seriously.
Damn.
I delivered something to a house.
You wouldn't grab a stick and try to beat the dog?
I would try to do that, but I'm just letting you like, you will leave your kids. I delivered some groceries the other day, and all I saw was some big hairy thing going in the dark, and I was like, get your dog. And the dog was like sniffing all around my
how you do it? How you do it?
Like, it was sniffing all around, but it was like barely touching me, and I was like, oh, this is cool. No, I'm playing. No, I didn't say that part. I didn't say that part, but in the end, I told her, I'm sorry, get your dog. And so I said, well, he didn't bite me or anything. I said, was it a boy or a girl? I said, you sniffed me around my butt, but still, it didn't bother me.
Well, that's how dogs say hello. That's how they know if you're friendly or not.
Right, but I'm thinking
they do other dogs like that.
Yeah, but I don't know what it is. I've never been bit by a dog, but if a cat walks, let me tell you right now, I'm like, I'll be back when.
Cats.
I don't know what a cat.
Cats like to rub up on you and everything,
and it will tear you. So no,
I hate cats too.
Now when they go like that, yeah, fuck them. I don't deal with them like that. That's a warning that they on the defense.
I don't mess around with.
I had a friend. I was over a friend's house, and the cat was sitting right there, and I wasn't looking. That joker walked across my foot, and I kicked my foot, because I ain't know it was him. I just, kicked my foot out, and it was him. And I guess he said, I know they didn't kick me. And I know that side. The cats, I done seen too many videos on TikToks how cats be attacking.
They'll claw the shit out of you. Speaking of a cat fight, there's a little bit of a cat fight going on Twitter right now on the X's. Pornographic. Now this is an article coming from the independent.co.uk. Pornographic deepfake images of Taylor Swift were widely circulated on Twitter X this week, despite the platform rules against such media. The non-consensual images, which appear to have been made using AI, showed the pop star in sexually suggestive and explicit positions. U.S. media reports that some posts sharing the images amassed more than 27 million views. And I'm guessing if there's 27 million views, out of those 27 million, 26.5 million people probably masturbated. to those pictures.
I would have never thought that's what you was gonna
But she
say.
ain't got no ass. She ain't got no ass or tits.
It's AI. You know that AI is going to make it perfect, baby.
Yeah.
You know it. US media, so 260,000 likes in 19 hours before that account posted the images was suspended. On its website, X's policy states you may not share synthetic, manipulated, or out of context media that may deceive or confuse people and lead to harm. Well, then you can't put any mainstream media on X or Twitter. The Independent has contacted representatives for X and Swift for comment. The offensive images and the length of time it took to have them removed spawned fury from Swift's fans and others who have expressed alarm. The violent, misogynist nature of the pictures. One, calm down, because I've seen a lot of, deep fake AI generated pictures of lots of different women and cartoon characters. Like if you're a public figure and I saw one of Nancy Pelosi where they made her look like she had some bodacious tots. I was like, if you're a celebrity, I think you have to just have thicker skin.
You have to. I mean, you basically when you are a celebrity, that's what a lot of the people on Facebook, Twitter, they want to go viral. They want the 200 million followers, but that's 200 million followers with an opinion.
Yes, sir.
And
Exactly.
all those opinions are not going to be great
Yep, so
or for you. It might be against you.
Yeah.
So I know one of my mentors, OGs in the game was like, I don't even read it. He said, I post something, I don't even read the response. I just post what I feel, what I'm thinking, or if I want to throw a joke or whatever. He said, I don't even look to listen to read individual responses because it might piss me off.
Yeah.
And it might make me want to respond back. And I have to remember everything I respond back is going to be recorded and it'll come back and bite you.
Yeah.
Anything. It'll come back and bite you.
Yeah. It's wasting your time.
So,
yeah, I mean, like for me, listen, the Wolfpack would never make any deep fakes of me. They would never Photoshop lewd images of me and put it on the FTS_Wolfpack fan page. That's never happened before, ever, where they have posted.
Because I think since I've been involved or have joined the Wolfpack,
they've done it.
The Wolfpack is a Wolfpack. I'm glad that we're not Tar Heels. But the Wolfpack, hey, they seem like a really cool fan base, followers, friends. I really enjoyed them since I've been here. So,
I think it's funny that they go after the Twitter and X on this. There's obviously a war against Elon Musk and Twitter because these AI images, you can find them on Reddit, you can find them on Facebook, you can find them anywhere. But they just happen to go after X as if they were generated there. There's been lots of heinous stuff that's gone on Facebook. I mean, there's been like live fucking murders on Facebook and things like that. Yeah. But I mean, this is just another one of those, she's trending right now. Obviously, she's really trending now that the Kansas City's headed to the Super Bowl and she was out on the field.
You know what? And I posted a question. I said, if Russell Wilson was still winning, would Sierra be getting as much airtime as Taylor Swift?
No. Fuck no, because nobody gives a shit. I don't even know who Sierra is.
That's because you don't listen to black music, man. You listen to hillbilly music.
Okay.
Bad. I don't know who Sierra is either.
Yeah, see?
Right, well,
but you know who Taylor Swift is.
Let me tell you about
I listen to other stuff.
And see, I mean, you listen to Shirley Caesar all day.
I listen to everything except for liquid metal. I can't. But
no, but Sierra is beautiful. She's gorgeous.
Oh
gosh. I don't know. I don't follow her like that, but I know of her because who she dated before she married Russell. She dated rappers. She got a baby by a famous rapper and stuff. But she's gorgeous and she's arm candy. She's eye candy, and she be on the arm of Russell. You know what I'm saying? But
can I say something about that?
Yeah.
You say whatever you want.
Why is it that guys
do it in the mic?
I mean, if you're not married now, if you're married, it's a whole other story. There's some of them too. But why is it guys like the arm candy and stuff, but in their mind, what they really prefer would be that woman. Well, you ain't talked about her yet, but the big lady.
Yeah, that big old.
They want a bigger plus size woman, but they get a little skinny, bony woman.
See,
that's what they friends.
See, plus size women didn't get plus size for nothing. They ask and cook, or they know they weigh. They know how to order takeout.
Okay,
they can cook. They can order takeout. I seen a big motherfucker fried chicken in the bed.
I seen it too.
In the bed. She's sitting in the
what?
bed.
She must been on
Deep frying
She
chicken.
had the frying pan and everything in the bed with her.
Yeah, she's sitting there leg wide
She's
open.
that
and
lazy?
got her-
She
She
was
was
really
that
big.
big. She was about 700 pounds.
On a diet.
And
Damn.
she's sitting on the bed and
Hot
had a
bed.
damn thing like she cooking chicken at a restaurant. She didn't had it. I mean,
No
oh
way.
my God.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get into it. We'll get into it because we do have a large woman to talk about and dissect here shortly. But for the Taylor Swift stuff, because Jesus, I don't. What do you guys think about the deep fake AI stuff? I mean, obviously you take it down. I don't know if it generates mass hysteria. I mean, do you think that this goes all the way up to the White House? Like, I mean, they've been making fake. I mean, since the late 90s. I remember when they were doing fake nudes of Sandra Bullock on the deep webs. I remember when Photoshop first came out, they were putting Dolly Parton naked on everything back in the day. So I mean, it's not. This isn't anything new.
Okay. Now, would you get mad if somebody did you like that?
No,
Me neither.
Yeah,
Because you know it's not you.
right.
I don't
Now,
give a
if it's something
shit.
Bad, like they put up there that she hadn't shaved in months or something. You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
yeah. I mean, even if they did that, even if they put like a
She was not
fucking dong in my ass, I'm like, it's not me. I don't care. A
Oh, no,
dong
that-
wasn't really.
Motherfuckers might be questioning, like,
I mean, question all you want. I don't care.
Like, Eric wears a mullet, so he might like a thing up his ass too.
Hey, listen, you can think
Yeah.
whatever you want. I could care less. You know what I mean? Exactly. Like I know in my own heart
Why he
what I'm
walk like
doing
that?
and what I know I'm doing it with.
But main thing, I wouldn't pay attention to those comments because of the
Yeah, I wouldn't give a
Yeah, I
shit.
wouldn't- yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
people committing suicide because of what people that cyberbullying.
Yeah.
Get off the internet.
Yeah, that's what. Oh,
Soon as
that's my
something
big thing too. Where it's like, you got to stop these kids. Are if you're on the internet, if you put something on the internet,
It's over, yeah.
then you've got to know. And if you don't know, your parents have failed you and your social circle and friends have failed you. Like every video that I post on my Instagram or anything, I know has a potential of going really south or really bad. Shit, half the stuff I say on this thing. I mean, dude, how many slave jokes have we made on this show? Like 1,000. You can take any of those out of context if you want to make me look like a real asshole. So like, once you do it, you just got to know that, hey, listen, it might come and bite you in the ass. And look, at the end of the day, I've got a real tight family. I got a real tight group of friends, and I know that my friends are going to come, are going to be there no matter what. And they know what my true heart is. And they know I didn't get pegged in the ass by Tyrannosaurus Rex or whatever they Photoshop going in there. So I don't really care. But speaking of cyberbullying, Alyssa Milano. Now, listen, this is a crazy one because when I had a topless picture of Alyssa Milano in my living room when I was a kid. Dude, my first apartment. Listen, my first apartment, I had a picture, a framed picture of Alyssa Milano's tatas in my living room around a frame just to be funny. And like my parents would come over and my mom would be like, oh, and I'm like, oh, I forgot to take out my
I
naked.
can see your dad though. Your dad could be looking at it and smiling.
Well, and I also had another naked picture of I don't know. I live with like 3 other dudes, so I mean, we had like a bachelor pad, and I forgot who the other chick was, but we had that on the back of the door, and my brother came over, and it was on the back of the door of the guest bathroom, but I didn't know, and my brother was like in the bathroom, we couldn't find him. It had been a while. And I was like, where's my brother? And I was like, is he still in the bathroom? And I was like, they were like, oh yeah. And some dude was like, he's probably jerking off to that, naked picture of whoever it was. And I was like, what? You guys didn't take that down? I was like freaking out. My brother came out of the bathroom with these big wide eyes. He was like, why do you have that picture on your door?
They ought to do something like that with Oprah. I would love to see Oprah now.
They've done that. They photoshopped lots of new Oprah
I
stuff.
watched Oprah today. It was a documentary. It was a documentary of Oprah, and it talked about when she was a little girl, all that happened all the way up, and that was very interesting because I really
I mean, I probably wouldn't believe it, but I'll watch it.
No, I mean,
like when she was
she never been married.
Yeah,
never had no kids.
When she got pregnant,
She was
lost
yeah, she was abused.
Right.
Yeah, but she's really close with the Epstein shit, and she's really close with what's her name?
I mean, I'm like this. To black people, she was probably one of the most, as a billionaire.
Yeah,
She made it.
yeah,
And we was like, damn,
I think she was like 48.
what did she do?
Right.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird? Isn't it strange?
Her competition was Donahue. Remember, we used to love watching Donahue.
What's the other guy named?
Geraldo.
Yeah, Geraldo.
Yeah,
what's her name? Ricky Lake,
Sally Jesse,
Sally Jesse, all there. And Oprah had her show, and I was watching some old videos. Her content won't no different than theirs, but
No.
whoop, she skyrocketed. To
Right,
like
and it
a
makes you think
billionaire,
about like all the Cat Williams stuff.
you know,
Like, did she sell her soul?
who?
Oprah?
Oprah, probably.
You know what I mean?
She
It's
probably.
considered selling your soul because people be saying stuff like, "Oh, I wouldn't do that for that amount of money." That's selling your soul. But you broke in my inbox asking me for stuff, but I ain't trying to be funny. I'm just saying
Right.
you call it
I
selling
think
your soul. But
selling your soul is like when you want when you join their religion, like Scientology,
Okay.
or you go along with their Illuminati rituals, or you put on the capes and all the other dumb shit, or maybe it's the adrenochrome. I don't know, like selling your soul.
But some people,
But I'd also say selling your soul is like
doing
you-
something that somebody else wouldn't do is considered selling your soul. That's what people do. That's what they say.
Mm.
But you wouldn't do it. Doesn't
Doing
mean you're
something
selling your
out
soul.
of-
How about this? How about like if breaking your principles?
Okay, yeah.
Like if somebody told me right now to suck a dick for $10 million and I did it, that would be selling my soul for $10 million because on
You'd be a
principle.
$10 million ritual.
That's a whole new lips.
Right. You know how much mouthwash I could get.
But Alyssa Milano's catching some heat right now. Alyssa Milano is addressing inquiries that she received after asking for donations for her son's baseball team on social media. One day after posting a link to a GoFundMe for a travel fund for her son Milo's baseball team, Milo defended her, asking a post on X, "I'm getting media inquiries about whether I have financially contributed to my son's baseball team," she wrote. "I paid for the uniforms for the entire team and the coaches, thrown birthday parties, and sponsored any kid who can't afford monthly dues." She added that the players on the team also participated in their own fundraising efforts, which said they include car washes, movie nights, and other activities. "Thank you to all who have contributed to the GoFundMe." She included in her message, "You have made things easier for these boys and their families." Now, she's taking heat even from mainstream media. A lot of things that people think it's kind of tacky when you're as wealthy as her to be asking for money for your kid's baseball team. Oh, so but here's where this was where I come from on this. I don't care how rich you are. Why do these kids on baseball teams need to be traveling? Because I've donated personally probably over $1,000 to little league baseball teams for them to travel to tournaments in New York and to Georgia. There is a baseball field about every fucking 3 miles.
Right.
Why are we sending these kids all around God's green earth where we're having to raise that much money that you don't have sponsors paying for? Like, if they're that good, they should have sponsors paying for that shit anyway. Why are these parents so obsessed with sending their kids to all these crazy out of state? It's the same thing with skateboarding.
I'm gonna tell you what.
There's a lot of skateboarding families that do the
Right.
same shit. I'm like, dude, there's so much shit right in your
I'm
neighborhood.
gonna tell you what. I used to coach for 10 years. I coached for the city of Raleigh,
Yeah.
Parks and Rec,
Yeah.
basketball, coach boys, and
Okay.
I coach girls. And I had some good players. As a
Yeah.
matter of fact, I probably got maybe half a dozen. No, I got about a dozen. I'll say out of those 10 years, I had about 10 kids who has went on and played college. 2 of them playing in the pros right now.
Okay.
That I coached ever since they was 8 years old
Yeah.
on up to probably teenage. Now, when they got to a certain, after they did about 2 or 3 years in city Parks and Rec,
Yeah.
their parents was looking at AAU. Why? Because
What's AAU?
AAU is Amateur Athletic
Okay.
Association or union.
All right.
That's what it is.
All right.
Athletic Union. And basically what it is the competition. The competition, the level of competition is greater. More
Right.
talented players.
Sure.
You're just not playing people in your city.
Right.
People that just, oh, my little boy want to play. Let's go put you on the court. No. They pay to have these tournaments. The money goes towards the refs. They got to get uniforms, hotel stay, feeding these kids, and all that. And a lot of times they do have to come out of the parent pocket. The parent.
Well, yeah, I mean, I got 3 kids.
See, they have to raise money. They used to have, be selling them little discounted cards.
Yeah.
All these.
I totally get it. Like
Donuts
the Boy
sales.
Scouts.
Yeah.
I listen. I got no problem. I personally have no problem with donating money. I've already done it. I've asked for people to donate money for my kids to go to Camp Woodward.
Yeah.
I have no problem with you going to camps. What I do have a problem with is like, especially when it comes to like baseball. I get it when you've got like snowboarding and skiing where you just can't do it everywhere. But baseball, basketball, there's basketball courts everywhere. They can't bring a pro level basketball event to your hometown.
But it's the level of competition. City of Raleigh. See, I at first I did get.
Well, then why don't you?
frustrated,
If you're that
but I
good,
was
if you're
thinking,
that good,
Yeah.
going after a level competition, then why don't you have a sponsor?
some of them they can't. Some of them couldn't
Because
get
you're not that
sponsors.
good.
No, because remember, to get in college.
These fucking kids aren't
Now-
good. They
now-
don't even
now-
need that next
now
level.
you can they are paying college athletes now at NIL.
Well, yeah, I get it,
Now
yeah.
they
I think
can.
should.
They could. Yeah, I
And
mean,
even with
it's kinda
schools,
good.
I think that you have to buy the uniform for the kids and just high school stuff.
Mhm.
The school should pay for them uniforms because you're playing for the school and you're raising people are paying to come and see the kids. If I'm mistaken, your family got to pay to even come in to see you.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
No,
think
no,
you should
It's,
have to-
it's at the school because when I coached at high school,
At least buy the
we
uniforms.
we had a fundraiser. That fundraiser went to buy my team like the little warm-ups. They had like a little t-shirt
Right.
with the name
Yeah.
nickname on the back, something fancy to wear, something, or we buy them some bags.
You
or
didn't
we
put their
buy-
government last names on there, did you?
Oh, no. We had Pookie and Meek and stuff. you know, yeah, it was fun stuff like that. But I made it also a teachable, charitable thing. We raised monies. We sold barbecue plates and stuff. And what we had left over, we played them up and we went downtown. Square before they changed
More
all that
Square.
stuff, more Square, and we went down and
Yeah, but what
handed
you're
out
talking about,
business.
everybody has
We
done
did stuff
since
like
like
that.
the beginning of time.
Oh yeah,
Like I did that as a kid. Everybody's done that as a kid. But now, if you look at like the level of play that these kids are doing now, it's so far beyond that, dude. Like when I was a kid, we were like trying to raise like $2,000 so that we could get a new backpack. These kids have individual bats, individual bags,
Yeah,
individual gloves.
but see,
They're traveling to fucking like New York. They're following to
but
California
these
every
sponsors-
other week. It's ridiculous. And there's no need. None of those kids are going to be pros. None of them are going to be pros.
we don't know that.
Now, maybe one of
We don't
them.
know that.
Who gives a
But
shit?
That's the thing. But that's the pool. That's the
They're
pool.
still going to be
That's the pool.
they're still going to be a pro,
But-
whether they
but
compete
see-
at their own local high
but
school
see-
or not.
But see, you went
Do you
too
think
far.
Bo
You
Jackson
said
went to
pro,
all that
but You
shit?
said pro. We're talking about collegiate level. See, a lot
If
of
you're
these- lot
that
of these
good, the
people-
colleges will come to you and find you.
Yeah, but you know what?
They've been finding people before
These
the internet.
kids-
And the day of the
Right,
internet
but
and the day
how
of everything.
good are they finding? Because now community college, you got kids. Okay, yeah, your kid is good, but he's good enough for Johnson Community College level.
Yeah, then why are we paying for him to go play in New York?
I think for the experience too.
It is the
Who gives,
experience.
what does
they
he need the
playing-
experience? Why doesn't he just go down to Wilmington for the
Look,
afternoon?
Look, just because your ass didn't get drafted, cause you played wiffle ball, motherfucker. Don't damn it shit on the other kids.
I'm just saying that how many pro athletes were on just bullshit shit teams growing up?
a lot of
A lot of them.
a lot of them, but no, I guarantee, if you daggone did a panel of 10 players and you asked them, that a lot of them, especially say in football, they will come back. Oh yeah, I played in Pop Warner League.
Yeah, but they didn't
I played
travel.
such-
They
Well,
weren't going to
they
like
do have
every
some
other weekend.
football. They do have some football, but most sports like basketball, volleyball, baseball, softball, they do have traveling teams.
Yeah, it's
and stuff.
ridiculous. It's stupid.
But, I mean, it's like, again, it's the level of competition because you got guys like John Wall.
Why do you need
it
that
paid
level
off
of?
for John Wall
Why do you need
because
that level of?
John Wall
At 10 years old, 12 years old.
John Wall played at Broughton High School. He was killing them, slaying them. They couldn't guard him. He was just okay. I got to go take mine to another level. So he went to the Word of God, went to another level and had to play. He also played AAU basketball and stuff like that. He had to go where the competition, the level. That's where the big scouts from the big schools come to.
Oh, yeah, but he did that on
watch.
an individual basis. He wasn't taking a whole
'Cause
fucking
I
team.
guarantee, like in football, Clayton High School. I know I'm a graduate of Clayton High, and I'm not shitting on the coaches because I know a couple of the coaches played with them when we was in high school together. But Clayton High, in recent years, have they had a player or two that was recruited and actually played? Went
I don't
Clemson,
know.
Not Clemson, Alabama.
I mean, I don't know.
Ohio State.
but I'm saying that
Oklahoma,
they
those
didn't.
big schools. No,
I say if you're
Hell
good
no.
enough, you're good enough. You don't need to be traveling all around the country every 5 seconds and needing to raise, $100,000 for a group of 12-year-olds. For a group of 12-year-olds to go
It's-
play in New York, you need to
again, it's
expose
about
Can I say something?
12-year-olds.
My lips are stretched. Okay, so like you said, the exposure, because if you stay home in your hometown, it's like
Yeah.
me. If I keep staying here, don't go nowhere else to do comedy, somebody might eventually find me or tell somebody about me, but I need to go out for the exposure. So that's out of all
Yeah, but
what
these
y'all
kids,
said,
this
for
is
the
too much.
exposure.
These kids are like 12 years
Because
old.
see, here's me as if I was a scout. Say if I was
If you're a scout, you're going to
a
go to the
college
high
scout.
school and you're going to go to the college and you're going to find the
But,
talent.
but see, that's the thing. If I'm a scout for, let's just
Why are
say-
you scouting 12-year-olds?
Good. They started in 7th grade, dog.
Well, I think it's bullshit.
You get them. You start them now because the thing is, you say, okay, I think you have talent. If you continue to work, continue to listen to your mom and dad, keep your nose clean, don't go stealing, don't hang with the wrong crowd, keep going to school, don't skip class. You put that into a little kid, you instill that into a kid, he's gonna continue to train.
Okay, well then you've already scouted him. He don't need to go to New York.
His body is developing.
He's already been scouted.
Right, he's been scouted, but he's still, again, to the level of competition. Because, okay, yeah, I get a kid at 7th grade who can shoot. Okay, he can shoot free throws good. But really, okay, that's
listen, all these parents that come and ask me for money.
By the time he's a junior and senior in high school, I need him to dominate offensive and defense. I need him swatting past shots. I need him dunking. I need him hitting free throws, 3-pointers. I need him to do all that.
I have nothing wrong with Alyssa Milano asking for money. I really don't.
I don't either.
I don't think it mattered, but I mean, and I don't really have a problem with these kids trying to be something. I just think it's a little much, though.
See, people are mad at her because she's famous and they want her to foot the bill.
They want her to foot everything.
Exactly. Right. Fuck that. My kids.
No, I get it, but
I get my part.
At the same time, though, I'm like, I don't think the kids need to go. If I'm the coach of that team, I'm like, dude, this team, we don't need to go to fucking New York. If we're that good, people will notice us. And these kids will notice us. Yeah, they will.
No.
Yes, they absolutely will.
I'll give you an example. You are a good podcaster. But if your ass don't sit here and they're going to get every day.
We're talking individual efforts here.
That's what I'm saying. Your effort, you do this every single day and you do a great job, but you ain't reaching the masses. I mean, you're reaching a certain amount of people. But just imagine if if we traveled, you took this on the road and we started doing podcasts in different states and stuff. Okay, you see, you just proved my point. You just said you travel.
I don't go and get GoFundMe's. If you're that good, you get sponsors, and we have sponsors that pay for us to go.
Yeah, okay.
To go on the road.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, these are like 12-year-old, 13-year-old kids.
But they start young. What I'm saying.
I don't give a shit if they start young. They should just wait. Just be patient. Let them get to high school, and the scouts will come find them at high school. What you're trying to do is you're trying to take a whole team and get a whole team to go on a trip because you want to go on a trip and you want to go on a team. You want some personal clout.
Basketball, I had 4 other motherfuckers on the court trying to score points, man. It's a team.
Yeah.
It's not an individual effort.
You don't need to take a whole team on, $60,000 trip weekend when only one of them is probably going to be a pro.
But see, that again, that's you saying probably one. Hell, look at the Fab Five. All 5 of them motherfuckers was good. And that's why they call them the Fab Five.
Yeah, but you're talking like you're out of the millions of kids, you're talking 5.
Okay.
You're talking about 0.0000009%.
Those 5 played different levels. They played all the way up. It's very rare that you go in basketball or football that you have a kid that get discovered their senior year in high school and get a 4-year scholarship, a full scholarship to a university after only just playing 1 year, been seen for 1 year.
Yeah. So somebody in the chat says, Eric, do you travel with your kids for skateboarding? Yeah, within reason. I don't chase the points. There's a lot of parents that chase points in World Skateboarding League. They think their kids are going to be a pro. I mean, maybe your kid makes it to be a pro, but listen, these kids are like 9 and 10 years old. I'm not going to tell you my kids are going to be a pro skateboarder because my kids could, like, in 2 years when they hit puberty, they might not even give two shits about that.
Give you another
now, the only thing I've asked for, I did do a GoFundMe because I have 3 kids and it's $1,500 a month to go to Woodward. But Camp Woodward's for a week, blah, blah, blah. And I have donated at least $1,000 to baseball clubs. No basketball clubs come after me yet. A couple of rugby clubs, I've donated, if you add all of the sports, it's well over 1,000. It's probably close to $3,000 or $4,000. So then when I want to send my 3 kids to camp for the week, I was like, look, the Boy Scouts, they go and raise money, blah, blah. So I did a GoFundMe, but on the GoFundMe, I said, listen, they'll work for the money. They'll either give you free advertisement and shout outs. They'll come and pick up pine cones in your yard. They'll watch cars. There's only so much 9 and 10 years olds can do, but it's within reason. And it's one time. These baseball clubs are doing this shit like every other fucking weekend.
Yeah. I mean, that's you got to stay active. You can't. And seeing, here's the thing too. I know you're talking about why they're 12, 13-year-old have these, because in certain sports they start early. Baseball.
Well, and I think it's
have
stupid.
A high school.
I know.
They have a draft for high school.
And I think it's stupid.
You're a high school seniors. Think about it. I know a kid right now.
Yeah, but you can't go anywhere.
I call him a kid, but hell, he's about 30 some years old now. 31, 32. And I'll go ahead and say his last name is Archer. He went to Clayton High School. He, proud graduate, played baseball. He got a scholarship offer to go play college baseball. They're going to, of course, even though he was going to the college to play baseball, that they still can put him in the draft to see where they go. And of course, in baseball, they have like 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 rounds. So he went pretty high, and they came out and I think they offered him $450,000 signing bonus.
Sure.
$450,000.
Yeah.
Shit, you can come back and get your college education.
Yeah.
You can pay for it later. Go carry your ass on and play baseball. You know what I'm saying? So he ended up backing out, didn't go to college.
But I guarantee you that he would have gotten that same opportunity had he had not traveled around. I'm just saying, I think that the sports are way too competitive these days.
Unless your team is just outstanding. Unless you you look at like LeBron James. LeBron James, he was on the cover of Sports Illustrated and everything when he was in high school.
I played baseball growing up. I've been around baseball my whole life. My brothers played it. I know tons of friends. I know lots of kids that played it. I know 2 people that's made it to the minor leagues out of thousands of people. 2 that made it. Neither one of them were successful at all. But I also know how much money their parents spent on the all-star leagues and the all-star teams. All I'm saying is to tone it down a little bit. Plus, sports aren't any fun anymore because they don't even play the kids that suck. So like, unless you're like born to play baseball now, you don't even get to play baseball. Like you just sit the bench because it's all about winning. I'm not like a bleeding heart like softy. I just think it's gotten ridiculous.
This is how I look at it. When they're kids, because I know I coach recreation league and I've coached high school leagues. In high school, you're gonna play your talent because ultimately you want.
The high school I get it, but like they're doing that in middle school now. They're doing it in elementary. They're doing it in like little league. They're doing it in t-ball.
See, that's the thing. In school,
when you're in
school, it's like that. But recreation, we actually had to have a rule where each kid. We have 10 kids, right? In basketball, 5 play at a time. The first and third quarter, 1 set of 5 play. That whole quarter. The second quarter, the next 5 play.
Yeah.
So they alternate. And then the fourth quarter, I can substitute and mix whatever I want.
And that's the way it should be.
They all have to get playing time.
That's what it should be.
Paid to play baseball.
That's what it should be, though.
No,
I think it should be that. Yeah.
At the middle and high school, you got to play. You got to be good. You got to put in that work and learn how to dribble, learn how to shoot,
but not if you're a paid parent. Not if you're a paying parent.
At that level, they're not paid.
I know, but in middle school, you are paying. Maybe not if you're playing for the school, but like if you're in these like rec leagues and all this bullshit. Like,
well, that's what I'm saying. That's the difference between school and the rec league.
But I'm saying all these rec leagues, the rec leagues are just
they pay like
the rec leagues are worse.
$20, $20.
So way more.
Basically, that money, that $10, $20, really. Part of it goes to the jersey.
All right, we got to jump in real quick. We got to keep busting through this news really quick. By the way, who would win, me or you in a game of basketball? Who would win, me or you in a game of basketball?
I'll eat you up, man.
Damn, I have to do it one day.
You can't.
I'm terrible. I'm terrible. But I'll still do it.
Hey, with my bad legs and everything, I'll still get you.
Eminem flips off 49ers fans in stands during the Detroit Lions NFC title game. Boy, this was kind of an embarrassing story. I think he took it well, though. It looked like he was fine on Twitter. I mean, Eminem's become kind of a pussy, in my opinion.
Did they say he played against Lamar?
So Eminem, the Detroit Lions' biggest celebrity superfan, isn't interested in any pleasantries. This is coming from Detroit Free Press, by the way, with opposing fan bases bringing the same angry energy and trademark scowl to fandom that he bought to his rappers. That made him famous. Sitting in a suite at Levi Stadium, Eminem started going at it with San Francisco 49er fans in the stands during the Lions NFC Championship game in Santa Clara. Eminem was pictured from the stands delivering his patent doubled middle fingers to the sea of red jerseys looking at him. See, here's the thing, though. When you do shit like that and then your team loses, don't you feel like a huge asshole afterwards? Like, I would wait until I know I was going to win before I start throwing middle fingers.
Well, and that's why I say you play 4 quarters. You can talk as a fan, I talk junk back and forth, but
Dude, I listen, when I'm watching sports, like even if I'm betting on something, I don't ever start talking shit until I know the game is in the bag.
I put it this way. I'm a
Because
Dallas.
then you feel like
I'm
an
a Dallas
idiot.
Cowboy fan.
This is one of the biggest comebacks in
Oh yeah, well see, and here's the ironic thing.
NFC
The
Championship.
head coach.
What a
of
dumb
them,
fucking play. I'm not even a coach.
Lost.
Yeah, he did.
He lost by
Why
a lot,
didn't
remember?
Why didn't he kick
No,
that
no.
field goal?
Because he said he wanted to be aggressive. He's been aggressive the whole regular season. The whole entire
Well,
season.
how did it work out?
And out of
Cotton?
4 or 5 games, they won 5 games because he played like that.
Yeah, well.
So you live by the sword, you die by the sword.
He died by
You
it.
know,
I thought
it
that was a
is.
stupid play. I don't know. I was pretty
To me,
upset.
I think when you got to look at the competition and you got to be like, these jokers, nah. If we in the area to score, let's leave away with 3 points.
Yeah.
Leave away with some kind of points. And he left 6 points. As you saw, I mean, they was up by 17 points.
Oh, yeah, they let that game go. But that's what happens when you get cocky. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that's when you get cocky. Look, I'm not gonna let us go. I got one more story for you guys. I don't know why, Margaret. Why did you want to talk about this?
I don't know. I was just wondering. We always call it.
Oh, you washing your hands or something?
No,
in your hand?
no, we always call it dishpan hands. They say
Talking to Mike. What do they call it?
when they call it dishpan hands when you wash dishes and your hands wrinkle up.
Yeah.
Your hands wrinkle up. They say
Yeah.
dishpan hands. So I was reading an article. I don't know, it just popped up and it was saying about when your hands, the palm of your hands wrinkle up, and your bottom of your feet is for grip, like to be able to grip something underwater.
Yeah. So I found the article for you.
So when he said about your private, maybe it was for the same
My
reason for
penis?
grip. Yeah, maybe for the grip.
Why is my
Can't say
penis?
penis?
You can't say penis? Penis.
Can't say dick.
Penis.
I rather not.
When you're trying to court a man, do you say let me see your penis or do you say let me see your
I don't even
cock?
say let
Do you
me. I don't
say dick?
that.
Do you say like you say give me that dick? Or do you say like
I think only white guys call their jocks cocks.
give me that penis?
I ain't never heard
cock is
brother
a
Blade,
rooster,
they
ain't
took
it?
my
Something like
cock.
that. A rooster.
Black dudes don't say that?
That's a
Hell
rooster.
no.
BBC.
No.
What do black dudes say?
A dick.
A
Yeah,
dick?
Yeah.
Scientists think that they have the answer to why the skin on human fingers and toes. Scientists think that they have the answer to why the skin on human fingers and toes shrivel up like an old prune when we soak in the bath. Laboratory tests confirmed a theory that wrinkly fingers improve our grip on wet or submerged objects, working to channel away the water like the rain treads in car tires.
So
People
when that
often.
thing- So when that thing is wet, I get good grip in there when I'm in it.
Your dick doesn't get wrinkly, Jay. Have you ever seen your
Is it
dick
yours
get
is?
wrinkly?
I'll say you, not me.
My dick's never been wrinkly in the bathtub. Not once.
You don't wash your dick in the you don't wash
Yeah,
your
but it
dick
doesn't
in-
get wrinkly. It doesn't get pruny like my
turn around-
fingers.
You turn around and let the water just run down the crack of your head.
I mean, I do that. I play on my phone. But my
Put a
does
shower
your,
cap on your nuts.
does you,
Here, put one on his head. Can you imagine he got a water bag on his head and one on his nuts?
does your dick get wrinkly?
Huh?
Does your dick get wrinkly in the
In
tub?
the tub, yeah, because I stand there and let it marinate. Just let the hot water hit your body.
So your dick looks like your fingers?
Look like my big toe.
No, like once it gets pruny.
When does it get pruny?
Yeah, in the water, like when your fingers prune.
Oh Lord. Oh jeez.
I've never had it to be pruny.
You've never put your fingers under the water
Mhm.
to where your fingers get wrinkly from the water.
Don't be underwater that long.
I know it's a dishpan hands.
Yeah, dishpan hands. You never had dishpan hands?
I don't know, because
What is it called?
Because women do the dishes.
no, not even that. But you don't play around in it. You play around in it too long. Now, I done fingered a girl and my fingers
Oh my God.
got like that.
You
Yeah, I fingered a girl and your hands my fingers got like that.
yeah,
I
okay,
fingered a
but does
girl.
your dick ever get like that?
No,
Okay, then.
no.
Mine doesn't either. Mine's never gotten pruny. Have you ever seen a pruny dick?
No, I don't. No, and I don't want to see one either. No.
I wasn't going to show you one.
No.
She's like,
No,
no, and I don't want to
no,
see it.
just-
She's like
no,
shielding her eyes. I'm not going to show you a pruny dick right now.
Yeah, I think it's other than dishpans. Some other time like you playing in the at the beach or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe if you know how do you know that old commercial where they have the olive, what is it, the Olay or whatever?
Yeah,
he
oil
stick
Olay.
his fingers in it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just stick.
We
your
go
balls,
on.
dick and balls.
People often assume that wrinkling is the result of water passing into the outer layer of the skin and making it swell up. But researchers have known since the 1930s that the effect does not occur when there is nerve damage in the fingers. Oh, that's interesting. This points to the change being an involuntary reaction by the body's autonomic nervous system, the system that also controls breathing, heart rate, perspiration. In fact, the distinctive wrinkling is caused by blood vessels constricting below. So that's interesting. So what they're saying is that people with nerve damage, they actually don't get pruny fingers when they're in the dishwasher hands. In 2011, Mark Changzizi, an evolutionary neurobiologist at the 2A1 labs in Boise, Idaho, and his colleagues suggested that wrinkling, being an active process, must have an have an evolutionary function. I mean, I guess. Here's a quote. He says, "We have shown that wrinkled fingers give a better grip in wet conditions." So that's it.
Well,
that's
what I'm
science.
saying. If she's wet, you know you're down there.
I mean, I don't. Were you trying to be perverted when you said that?
Sir.
You get a.
No, sir.
No.
No.
Jay's just taking it
You
like
could
that.
I mean, it sounds perverted though.
How does it sound perverted? Everybody on the history of everybody has gotten pruny hands in the water except for you.
That's what I'm saying. If she's wet down there, if she's moist, and you stick your hand
Moist.
up her ass where it's moist, you gonna come out with pruny fingers.
I don't know how that relates to the story at all.
It does relate. It just on the perverted side.
Oh,
I guarantee you there's some wolf packs out there agreeing with me. Like, yeah, damn. Jay just said it though.
Oh, so Cupcakes and Cameo says that her husband has had the tips of 3 fingers amputated and they don't wrinkle. Interesting.
What?
Interesting. Will Cray says that he has nerve damage in 2 fingers. I haven't really seen if those 2 don't prune up. Well, Will Cray, according to Jay over here, all you have to do is stick it in your moist ass and give it about 10 minutes and then pull it out and see if you got pruny fingers. That's JD's science.
Now, see, I didn't say stick it up your ass. So you telling him to stick his fingers in his ass.
Yeah.
Pull it out and see if it's
Yeah,
pruny.
well, Will Cray doesn't have a girlfriend.
I said a woman who is wet. A woman who is wet is moist down there.
So I had a cop seriously tell me, he said that he loves the show and he was trying to write a guy a ticket and he had the guy sitting in the front seat and he had our show on and we were going down one of these tangents like you're doing right now. And he said, he just looked at the guy and he said, "I can't give you a ticket now. Now that you've heard this, I can't give you a ticket." And it's shit like that, Jay.
Hey,
It's shit like that.
hey, it's the truth. It's the truth. Now, what about the fat girl we're gonna talk about?
Oh yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna get out of here. We've had a good night, guys.
Hold up, you ain't talked about the big girl. How you gonna roll off and not talk about the
we
big
didn't
girl?
talk about the big girl, did we?
Yes.
All right, I'll play this clip really fast for you guys. This is the best story of the night, too. I'm sorry we didn't get to it. Let me see if I can get it to play, and then, or do you want to just save that one for next week? We'll start the show with it next week.
That's up to y'all.
Let's start the show with the big girl next week. No?
Maybe I can find a big man to say the same thing she's saying, but for the
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You bring the big
Yeah.
guy. We talk about big girls.
Yeah. And pruny fingers in each other's asses.
it's big back season anyway.
It's what?
Big back. You ever that?
What the fuck?
That's where they back is wide.
Yeah.
About that
Who's-
big.
Who's
big
back?
Male, female,
Yeah.
wide back.
Well, why are their backs
They
flat?
big.
That back is
big
back.
ass, yeah. If you
Oh,
stand behind
okay, so it's not racist.
no.
Oh, I can say big back.
Yeah, big back. You can say big back.
Okay.
You just said to a
You
big back.
just just don't say it to a woman.
Yeah, big
Okay.
back.
They got a real big
They shape
back.
like
Oh,
they shape
okay.
Like a tick. The tick, the cartoon, the tick.
It's like you know how
Yeah.
bodybuilders.
Oh, yeah.
bodybuilders be big,
Big back.
The wings big.
Yeah.
As they get down the
Mm.
waist, and then they got
Mm.
little ass chicken legs. Those
Mm.
type of women.
Okay. Well, we're going to talk all about women. Mainly next week, we'll start the show off with black males being attracted to heavier set white females and the like, and the vice versa. Maybe we'll talk about white guys and big black girls. Is
I
that
don't
a
know.
thing?
I don't know if any white guys attracted to black girls. big
black girls. Yeah. I don't know. We'll talk about it. We'll do some research on it. I need some more time to do it.
Let us know.
What? Don't put me on screen.
Those backs are back.
No, listen, it's all in love. So just to give some clarification here, I had a video I was going to show tonight. It's about a woman. She's a very big, giant woman, and she's doing a call out to black men, and all the brothers love it. And so we were going to talk about it, but we're going to do it next week because I feel like we have a lot more to talk about. Johnny says, does it still help the algorithm if I comment after it's not live? Sure. Anything helps. Give us a like and a subscription. Tell your friends, tell your family. And for those of you guys are 99% of our followership who are listeners, give us a 5-star rating and review. That really helps us. From myself, JD.
What?
Now he doing initials and shit. You know what I'm saying?
And Margaret Owens. We'll have a wonderful week, guys. We'll see you tomorrow night for True Crime Tuesday, political news on Wednesdays, sports on Thursdays, big case breakdowns on Fridays, and Night Shift TSI is coming out with a new episode as well this week. Anti-Hero also pushing out new stuff and getting a grip on things, all on the C- Media Network. Check out all of our podcasts. We'll see you guys soon. Cheers.
All right.